All right. Welcome to our podcast, Geniuses of Global Supply Chain Management. And today we'll be discussing and elaborating on our project, our research project we just did, which was Crocs located in Bangladesh. So we have a few fans that asked us questions from around the world.
Well, we have a lot of fans, but only a few ask us questions.
Yes, so we have 6 questions from 6 loyal fans here. First is from Daryl from Scranton, Pennsylvania. He asks, why did you choose Bangladesh as a country for Crocs?
Well, to answer that question, Daryl, it's fairly simple. First off, Crocs not previously located in Bangladesh, so we figure why not try it out. Bangladesh is already a promising manufacturing and logistics hub. The labor force is relatively low cost. Geographic location is top for global trade. And also, Bangladesh is a homogeneous country with no major internal or external tensions.
Yes, and Crocs is already located in 40 countries already, so there wasn't a very big pickings for the countries we could choose. So that's one of the other reasons why. All right, next question is from Joseph in Chernobyl, Ukraine. And he asks, doesn't Bangladesh have a warm climate? Will your wool Crocs sell? Well, Joseph, Bangladesh does have a very warm climate. According to statistics, the temperature hasn't dropped below 50 before. So yes, wool Crocs would not be a very popular product in Bangladesh. But the thing is, our target market is India. That's where we're going to be selling our Crocs. We're going to manufacture and distribute from Chittagong and Bangladesh, but our main consumer market will be India, where there's a much more diverse terrain, mountains, more of a dynamic climate. So, and India is actually opening up 100 stores across the country, so there will be a big consumer market for that, Joseph. Thank you for asking. The next question is Phil from Bangladesh, from Dhaka, actually, the capital, and he asks, why Chittagong is your distribution and manufacturing headquarters over Dhaka, which is a bigger and more centralized city in the country?
Well, Phil, I believe I can answer your question. I understand your angst as to why we didn't pick Dhaka. Well, Dhaka in itself is more of a textile city. The biggest export of leather in the region is out of that city of Dhaka. So we chose Chittagong, which is the biggest port city in all of southern Asia, to kind of centralize our manufacturing and distribution for Crocs. It's, like I said, the largest port city in the region, and we're getting a lot of our raw materials from abroad. So it provided us a perfect location to kind of centralize all of those raw materials and then send them out into India, our target market. It's second largest city, I believe, in the country. So it also had enough capacity for us, and it's growing. Its manufacturing presence is growing pretty rapidly here. They've got, I don't remember the numbers, but over like 20% growth in the last like 3-4 years just in that city. So it's becoming more compact, and the country really wants companies to move in and start manufacturing there and using that port city because it's been underused for the last decade and a half. A lot of empty crates being shipped out and returned, so they want to lower that number of empty crates. So we're moving in and helping them out with that.
Great answer. There you
Great
go.
question, Phil.
Great question, Phil. Thank you very much.
All right, the next question, Frank from Chicago. He asks, I heard that Crocs outsources their manufacturing to China. Why did you guys decide to manufacture in-house instead?
In-house, okay, that's a really interesting question, Frank. So to answer to your question, first, we're gonna answer why Crockfoot currently their manufacturer in China, because China is one of the biggest market in Asia currently, according to the annual report of Croc in 2017. Secondly, China have very good quality of labor and very cheap. And China is also one of the biggest international hub. So from China, we can ship the Croc and ship the product to other continents without with a minimum cost kind of. And the second part of the question to answer is why we decide to put the manufacturer in-house. So in here we have two key points. first one, we want to own the molding technology because that is kind of our unique. That is why Croc is unique because of their comfort. We own the molding process. We own the molding technology. So only by having the manufacturer in-house can we fully control and keep the secret. Secondly, it is also increase the flexibility for the supply chain because we can easy shorten the time to market for crop. We can control, have a better control for the inventory. So everything. That's why we are considering that putting the manufacturer in-house, and Bangladesh is a perfect location.
Good question, Frank.
Well said.
Thank you.
Frank knows his stuff.
All right. Another question. We got Elaine from New York, New York. Doesn't Bangladesh have a weak infrastructure? And how will you transport your goods efficiently?
Hi, Lillian. Good question. So it is true that in Bangladesh, road transport is weak due to a high population density that leaves roads overcrowded and causes traffic jams, leading to increased lead times, and as well as a lack of wealth in the country, leading to poor infrastructure. However, rail and ocean are viable options for Crocs, especially since we are putting a port into
Chittagong.
Chittagong. So with rail and ocean, the lead times will be decreased as well as cheaper overall cost.
Absolutely.
We also put the other distribution center in
Rajahai,
Rajahai,
northern, which is northwest.
northwest, the
Bangladesh.
fifth largest city
Yes.
in the country, right on that new rail system they just
Yes.
put in that goes around the
With
entire
India.
country. Yeah, goes into India.
That's
as well.
right to India, which is our main consumer market.
Works
So
well. Works well for our
there you
motors.
have it. And this looks like a question for all of us. This is from Bubbles,
Interesting
Nova,
name.
Nova Scotia, Canada. Wow.
Great name.
Hi, Bubbles. How are you? What were some of the challenges in your research for the project? Personally, I'll start off. I was looking more relationships with our suppliers from different countries around the world. We got our foam from Italy, we got our wool from Australia, our plastic from China, and our leather from Bangladesh in-house, from Dhaka actually. And I had to kind of research the relationships between the countries to make sure there was no extra tariffs or any extra money that we had to pay to get the products that we could get in the cheapest way possible. So for Italy, I know the European Union had a very good relationship with Bangladesh. They had a big agreement. Australia with wool, they've always had a good relationship with the country of Bangladesh. China has got a very good relationship with Bangladesh. They actually have a few centers located in Bangladesh to support trade between them and political affiliations. And then leather, obviously, we're doing from Dhaka. Bangladesh is known as the biggest exporter of leather. So it took a little bit of time to research some of the relationships between those countries. Anyone else have anything that was
Yeah.
challenging?
I guess involving transportation, which is what you touched up on a little bit. I guess it was really difficult to find exact pricing for each mode to find what the cheapest one was. Obviously, we mentioned road travel. Roads aren't in the best shape in either country, so railway transit was better. However, it was very difficult to find specific numbers and pricing for each mode, so that took a lot of research.
I'll shout out my guy Phil again from Dhaka. My hardest thing to find out was why not Dhaka. That took a lot of time to research. What that city was all about manufacture wise, and why Chittagong would be better. I knew that logistically it would make more sense, but Dhaka's got the better infrastructure, the better factories that are already kind of set up there that we would just move into. Whereas opposed to Chittagong, we'd start fresh. But in the end, Chittagong won out. Yeah, that was probably the most difficult part for me, seeing why not Dhaka.
My most difficult part was finding target market, looking at demographics. Originally, we were going to just stay in Bangladesh, but due to trade agreements as well as a very high population in India, we thought it was a wise move to spread out and
also the climate too.
So, for my part, to look at the supply chain currently of Croc, and the most difficult part is to decide to put the manufacturer. We decide in which way to outsource or in-house manufacturer because currently all the manufacturer of Croc are outsourcing. So yeah, it takes quite a lot of investigation for me and to compare the cost. But to look at in the long term, that we have the unique technology of molding. So, and we also trying to shorten the time to market and trying to increase the flexibility of the supply chain. So, yeah, to finalize, we decide to choose the manufacturer in-house.
All right, I think that wraps it up. Thank you all the fans for all the questions. That's it for us this week for the Global Supply Chain Geniuses.
Geniuses.
And we'll see you next week on the next podcast.
Take care.
See ya.
Yeah.